We are continuing the same topic, accounting entries. So the first process is close assets account. Then we have to close liabilities. Then third step, we have to realize assets. That would be mentioned in the question. What all assets we realized? Realizing means selling the assets. Sometimes we will sell it for cash. Sometimes it will be taken by the partner. Then when an asset is given to creditor or to settle any liability, there is no entry. So we discussed all those entries. Next, what you have to write is for settlement of liabilities, that is whether recorded or unrecorded. Assets also you write within brackets. For settlement of assets within brackets, whether recorded or unrecorded. Recorded or unrecorded, it is having the same effect. Whether it is there in the books or not, if you have sold an asset, the journal entry will be cash or bank debted to realization. There is no difference. So here also for settlement of liabilities, you write within brackets like whether recorded or unrecorded. Then subhead 1, on payment of liabilities. Give the heading on payment of liabilities. So when you pay liability, when you settle liability, on payment of liabilities, if nothing is mentioned, we have to assume that the firm will pay the amount of liability because this is firm's liability, not partner's liability. So if nothing is mentioned, the firm will pay the liability. What will be the journal entry when you pay off a liability? Suppose you paid 10,000 to a creditor. Journal entry will be creditor's debtor to cash or bank. Cash or bank is moving out. But now can you write creditor's debtor? No, because that liability account we have closed already. So what should we write instead of that? We must write realization account debtor to cash or bank. This is the entry which we have to write. Realization account debtor to cash or bank. Then second subhead, if a partner agrees to settle liability. If a partner agrees to settle a liability, what will be the journal entry? Instead of writing to cash or bank, if partner is paying, you must write realization account debtor. The firm's cash is not moving out, it's a partner settling. So to partners capital account. And the meaning is, the easiest way is instead of to cash or bank, if partner is settling, you write to partners capital. The meaning why we are crediting his account is, this is firm's liability. So actually it is to be paid by the firm, but now it's paid by the partner. So now we have to settle this amount to partner on a later date. Usually at the time of winding up, you will have to pay all this. So we have to pay this to partner. That is why we are writing to partner, and partner is becoming a creditor of the firm. Clear? So the easiest way what you can do is, instead of you write to cash or bank, when you see partner is settling, you write to partner's capital. That's all. Then next is, that is fifth case, not the subhead of this. It is a separate case. You write fifth case. First one, closing of assets, then closing of liabilities, then realization of assets, settlement of liabilities. The fifth one, settlement of partner's loan. Settlement of partner's loan. What is the nature of partner's loan? What is the nature of partner's loan? Is it internal or external? Partner's loan is internal, whereas partner's spouse loan is external. So when you transferred all external liabilities, we know that partner's loan we can't transfer because it is internal in nature. It is still there in the balance sheet. Whereas partner's spouse loan we have closed in the beginning. So how to settle partner's loan? It is the loan taken by the firm from a partner. So we have to pay it off. So anyways we have to write to cash or bank because we have to pay or we are paying. Cash or bank is moving out. What will you debit? Should we debit realization account? No, because partner's loan is still there in the balance sheet. We haven't closed it. Since we are closing creditors, since we are closing all assets, we are not writing their assets account, we are not writing their creditors account. There you wrote realization. But now, partner's loan we haven't closed and you can write it as partner's loan account itself. It's not realization. So this is the journal entry for settlement of partner's loan. The loan taken by the firm from a partner. Partner's loan debtor to cash or bank. It is not having any effect in realization account. Then, okay, we'll work out questions now. Illustration 5 we will start. Illustration 5, past journal entries. Each and every word you have to read always. Don't stop the question with past journal entries. You have to continue reading. The entire sentence you just read. Past journal entries for following transactions on dissolution of a firm of partners A and B. After various assets other than cash, we know that cash cannot be closed and outside liabilities have been transferred to realization. What is the meaning of transferring assets and liabilities to realization account? The meaning is assets and liabilities are closed. So the closing entry they have written already. What I told you earlier is the first step is close all assets or transfer all assets. Second is close all liabilities. Then only we can realize assets. But these two steps they have covered already in the question. Again, don't go and write the closing entries. Understood? That's why I asked you to read that first sentence carefully. So closing entry we don't need. They have done that process. Next is we'll go through the adjustments and see what all assets they have realized, what all liabilities they have paid. So the first adjustment, or else if that sentence was not there, you should record entry for closing assets and closing liabilities. So the first one, A took 50% of stock. Okay, we'll come to that entry later because it is little bit complex. So we'll work out other entries and then we'll come to the first one. You start with second one, you just write the number in the date column. First one we'll do later. So second one, debtors 2,64,000 is given, provision is given, then 48,000 of the book debts proved bad. That's also mentioned in the question. So, debtors where you can see in a balance sheet. Balance sheet debtors will come on the asset side, isn't it? Then provision is there. Provision either it will come on the liability side or usually it will be shown as less provision. Basically it is a liability. Then it is written 48,000 of the book debts proved bad. What do you mean by proved bad? 48,000 became bad debts. Now can you ask debtors to pay 2,64,000? No, they will pay only 2,64,000 minus 48 because 48,000 became bad debts. We need not write closing entry. So debtors we have closed already. Debtors is an asset. How will you close it? It would be transferred to the opposite side of realization, but that they have done already. What about provision? What they will do with provision or what they would have done with provision? Provision is basically an asset. Sorry, basically a liability. It can come on the liability side also in certain questions. So since it is a liability, we would have closed provision. When a related asset is closed, related liability will be also closed. That you must remember. Debtors and provision both are related. When debtors getting closed, you must close this related liability, that is provision. And how will you close provision? To which side will you close? Will you transfer it to the debit side just like debtors? No, this is written less provision. So basically this is a liability. That means side is here. And when you close, provision must come as by provision in realization account. This is the journal entry. Realization will be credited. Understood? Provision account debtor to realization is the journal entry. But should we record that closing entry now? What did I tell you in the beginning? closing entries they have recorded already. So I just explained debtors when they close, they would have closed, provision also, related liability also they will close. Next, what you have to see is 48,000 will become bad debts and we can recover only the balance from debtors. And debtor, the nature is an asset. This is same as the situation called assets realized. Instead of writing directly assets realized so much, indirectly they mention the transaction. So what you have to understand from this transaction is, from your debtors, you can realize only the balance amount. So assets realized is the situation. When assets are realized, if nothing is mentioned, we will be getting cash or bank. And the journal entry will be, so you draw the format of journal, give transaction numbers in date column and write the entry. We are starting with second one, date. You give the column headings also. Date particulars, LF, debit, credit. The first entry is, the second transaction entry is cash or bank debtor to, what will you write? Cash or bank debtor to, can we write debtors? No, that's an asset which we have closed already. You must write to realization. How much you can realize from debtors? Debtors actual figure is 2,64,000. From that you must deduct the bad debts amount 48,000. So 2,64,000 minus 48,000, it is 2,16,000. Understood? So 2,16,000 is what we can write because that's the only amount you can realize. 2,64,000 minus, is it 64? Yes, 64 minus 48. Yes. Then, is there any other transaction with the same entry? No. Yes. Third one is building book value is given. That means value in the balance sheet. It was sold for, it is only 5 lakhs worth building, sold for rupees 8 lakhs. Through a broker who charged 2% commission. So commission also we have to pay. So we sold building. Selling means realizing the assets. Narration you write, debtors realized. So here next one we realized, which is the asset, the building. We realized building or we sold building. Entry will be cash or bank account debtor to realization. How much did we receive by selling building? Is it 5 lakhs we are getting? 5 lakh is the book value which we sold for 8 lakhs. Are we going to write 3 lakhs? 3 lakhs is just the profit amount. Are we getting only the profit? We are getting entire 8 lakhs, isn't it? You take a pen, you sell it for rupees 10. The pen's value, suppose its actual cost is only 5, but you sold it for 10. As a shopkeeper, how much you will get? In return, what you get is actually the entire 10. So here also, cash or bank debtor to realization, what you get in effect in total is rupees 8 lakhs. But here you have paid a commission of 2%. You have paid something. So 8 lakhs completely you can't get. Out of 8 lakhs, you paid commission of 2%. So you must compute what is that commission of 2%. That is 16,000. And how much you would have realized? Show this calculation here itself in the inner column. You would have realized only 8 lakhs minus the commission figure. And the amount is 7,84,000. So you can write in the amount column only 7,84,000. Clear? This is how you have to compute the amounts. And what's the narration you are going to write? Building realized or building sold. Then fourth transaction. Fourth transaction is machinery book value 6 lakhs was given to a creditor at a discount of 20% in settlement. Should we compute 20% of 6 lakhs, then deduct that? All those things should we do? Should we waste our time? Read the sentence. Machinery was given to a creditor. Asset is given to a creditor means it is having no effect because realization, debtor to realization will be the journal entry. What is your answer? Don't leave it as blank. Examiner will think that you don't know the answer. You must write no journal entry. That's your answer because an asset is given to creditor, no journal entry. The last one, the fifth one, investments book value 40,000, realized at 150 percentage. Here as narration you can write the transaction itself, asset given to a creditor. Then stock was realized at 150 percentage. What will be the entry when an asset is realized? Cash or bank debtor to, can you write stock? No, you must write to realization. And what is the amount you realized? You realized 150 percentage means actual cost is only 100. 50 percentage is the profit. So altogether you got 150 percentage. So what you do is 40,000 into 150. 150 percentage. That's what you got. This is how you have to compute. 150 is in total you got 150. So 40,000 into 150 by 100, that is 60,000. So this is the amount we got all together. Narration you can write stock realized. You must write the narration also. Now we'll come back to transaction 1. Read that first transaction. A took 50 percentage of stock at a discount of 20 percentage. So partner is taking over asset. What is the journal entry when partner takes over an asset? Partner's capital account debtor to, can we write stock? No, stock already we closed. You must write to realization. So write partner's name, A's capital account debtor to realization. You can write the narration, partner took over asset. Now we have to compute the amount. He took 50 percentage of stock. What is stock value given? Book value of stock given in the balance sheet 4 lakhs. Did you see within brackets? So 4 lakhs is the total value of stock. A took over only 50 percentage. That means half. What is half of 4 lakhs? 2 lakhs. And can we write 2 lakhs directly? No, because it was taken at a discount of 20 percentage. So 2 lakhs into 20 percentage you have to compute. What is 2 lakhs into 20 percentage? You compute the figure. So that is 40,000. You have to deduct this. Deduct 40,000 from that 2 lakhs because that is the discount. And we paid only, what's the balance we would have paid? We paid only, is it 40,000? Yes. So we paid only the balance 1,60,000. Did we write the narration before? Yes. Here we have to write the narration, or else after calculation you write the narration. Close that. Question is not over. Okay, so discount we deducted, rest we realized. Rest amount we didn't realize, actually it is taken over, isn't it? Yes. The partner is taking over. So we have to reduce the discount amount and write. Then next is, along with the same transaction we have, remaining stock was sold at a profit of 30% on cost. What is the remaining value of stock? Still we have 50%. That means 2 lakh worth stock. That was sold at a profit, and what we are getting in return is cash or bank. So cash or bank debtor to realization. How will you compute the amount? That was sold at a profit of 30% on cost. What is the cost now? 2 lakhs. The balance is 2 lakhs. On that you compute 30%. So it will be 60,000. So add that 2 lakhs, add that 60,000 profit. We got finally 2,60,000. So 2,60,000 we got the remaining stock. Now the question is over. So the first entry, first transaction, we have 2 entries. Because half is taken over by partner, that we wrote already. Then the rest is taken by, rest is sold at a profit. So there you have to write cash or bank debt to realization, add your profit and take the amount. Next one, illustration 6. Again, that is journal entry question. Draw the format. 2 partners are there. On 31st March, the firm was dissolved after transfer of assets and third party liabilities. So closing process they have done already. We'll start with adjustments. Furniture of 70,000 was sold for rupees 68,000 by auction, and the auctioneer's commission is rupees 2,000. So furniture is sold. What is the entry when you sell or when you realize an asset? It is cash or bank debtor to. See, it's not always needed like you have to write cash or bank. You can write cash or bank, either one only you need to write. Unless it is mentioned specifically as check. If they say like check, you must write bank itself. 2. Realization. What's the amount we are getting? Okay, it was for 68,000, but we had to pay a commission of 2,000. So which amount will you write? Can we write 70? The actual cost was 70. We sold only for 68. It's actually at a loss. Loss need not be considered. Considered means when you write 68,000, it is understood that we have computed the loss also. So what we are getting, we have to write here. It is only 68 we are getting, but commission we have to pay from that. So in effect, we are getting only 66,000. Asset realized. What's asset? Asset building. What's that? Furniture. Furniture realized. Second one. Adhiraj's loan. Adhiraj is one of the partners. Adhiraj's loan amounting to rupees 35,000 was paid. We have discussed how to settle partner's loan. Will you write realization debtor? No. Partner's loan is internal in nature. It is still there in the balance sheet. We haven't closed that. So your entry must be partner's loan. What is his name? Adhiraj. Partner's loan account debtor to cash of bank. This is how you have to write the journal entry. Partner's loan debtor to cash of bank. What you paid is 35,000. Write the narration, settlement of partner's loan. Third one. Out of stock of 80,000, current took over, same like your transaction 1. He took over 50% of stock, that means 40,000 at a discount of 20%, that means 20% of 40,000, 8,000 we have to deduct and write. So current took over, so current's capital account debtor to realization. How will you compute the amount? 20% of 40,000. Half means 40,000. 20% means 8,000. So deduct 8,000 from 40. You will get, don't directly write 8,000 that you have to deduct and take. 32,000 is what we have to get from current. Current took over stock. And the balance is sold for at a profit of 30% on cost. 30% on cost. The balance is still 40,000. It is sold at a profit of 30%. We are getting cash or bank debtor to realization. How much we are getting? On the balance 40. Don't go and compute on 80. Balance is 40. On that balance 40, you will compute 30%. So it is 12,000. 40 plus 12, it is 52,000 we got in cash. sold for cash, sold at a profit of 30%, that you can write as narration. Then fourth one, bill receivable 3000 under discount was dishonored. So bill discounted, that means with the bank you have discounted a bill that got dishonored now, as the acceptor had become insolvent. Insolvent means not able to pay, and hence the bill had to be met by the firm. Finally, the liability is now upon the firm. The firm has to pay the bill. So when firm settles the amount, settles the bill amount, that is amount of rupees 3000, what is the journal entry when the firm pays liability? It is realization account, debtor to cash or bank. Amount is 3000. 3000, no? Yes. Firm pays the liability. That's entry you can write. Then fifth one, profit and loss account showed a debit balance of 56,000, where you can find P and L debit balance. In the balance sheet, asset side you can find P and L debit balance, because this is loss amount. What will you do with P and L debit balance? Usually what will you do? That will be transferred to partners capital account in their old ratio. In previous two chapters, that's how we did. Same like that in dissolution also, we have to transfer it to partners capital. You remember when we learned closing of assets, when you close assets to realization, it asks you to exclude certain items. Which were they? Cash in hand, cash at bank, P and L debit balance, you remember? So it has not been transferred to realization. It should be transferred, just like your previous chapters, should be transferred to partners capital. So from P and L, that means from asset side, it will come to the opposite side. That means it will be written as 2 P and L in partners capital. So what will be the entry? Just think of the entry now. Partners capital debtor to P and L. Who are the partners here? Adhiraj and Karan. So P and L is having the same treatment like your previous chapter. You write the entry as Adhiraj's capital account debtor, Karan's capital account debtor to P and L, that is the debit balance. And you have to divide it in the old ratio. Here we have only one ratio. So divide it in the given ratio. 56,000, and the ratio given here is 3:2, 33,600 and 22,400. $56,000. Understood? P and L debit balance distributed, or you write loss distributed among partners. Finally, realization expenses paid by Adhiraj. That is sixth one. Realization expenses paid by the partner. Realization expense means expenses at the time of realization. While you sell asset, while you settle liability, what all expense you are incurring. That additional expense. It's called realization expenses. Now it is settled by the partner. So what will you write? Can we write realization expense debtor to cash or bank? No, because it is paid by the partner, we can't write to cash or bank. It is not the firm's cash moving out. So what you have to write is, it's a partner paying. So we must write, we know that whenever partner is settling liability, what will you write? Two partners, realization debtor to partner's capital. That is how we are writing journal entry when partner settles a liability. Here, it is not the liability, it is the expense paid by partner. Whatever it is, partner account will be credited. He is paying that. So, his account will be credited. Then, can we debit realization expenses account? No, you can't debit realization expenses account because, see, now we closed all assets and liabilities. Before we did all this, we would have closed assets and liabilities. That means balance sheet items we have closed. So before balance sheet, there is one financial statement, that is P and L account. So if you are closing balance sheet now, already you would have closed P and L items. And you know that P and L debit side, we have so many expenses, credit side, we have so many incomes. So expenses and incomes we would have closed already. Realization expenses also we have closed already. So you don't write or you shouldn't write realization expenses account. You must write it as realization account itself. If you write expenses, it is wrong. Realization account debtor to, why we didn't write cash or bank? It's a partner settlement. So you must write two partners capital. The amount is 2000. I mean partner's name is given Adiraj. So you write his name Adiraj's capital account. 2000, right? Yes. Write the narration and then you can close this. So now we discussed closing entries, then realization, settlement of liabilities, how to settle partners' loan. So with these, we'll learn how to do the realization account.